How can a university professor who has never worked in the industry, who have never started a business, be training you in school to finish and work in the industry? Guys, today there are a lot of things that are very ironical, that beats my imagination. A professor who did his master's degree, when he finished, he went to do a PhD, he did research, and then when he finished his PhD now, he's now a lecturer, he's now a professor. He's training you to finish and go work in an industry, in a place that you've never worked for. At least one thing that I know is that for someone to lead you through a journey, the person must have been through that journey before. A professor has no idea of what the industry milieu looks like, or what the business environment looks like, but he's training you to go work in those environments. That's the thing. That's the problem that we are having in this country. And that's why you see a lot of graduates, when they graduate, they don't know what to do. Guys, there were PhD graduates that went in front of the Ministry of Higher Education, and they went to strike because they didn't have jobs. Some even threatened to commit suicide because the government didn't recruit them after education. So my question is that, are you telling me that after all the stuff that you studied during school, everything that you learned from the complexities, mechanics, engineering, geography, you can name a lot, and you cannot identify any of them that you can use to solve a problem for somebody? Now, in those days, you see, our parents used to produce detergent from home. They would produce detergent, local detergents from, like, we call it Omo here. And you have a graduate who has done a master's in chemistry or a PhD in chemistry, cannot even continue in that same line, cannot continue what our parents do. You cannot even produce something which is better. Now, we used to see corn beer, like drinks like corn beer and all those things that were produced by our parents back in those days. But today, graduates finish, they do a master's in food processing, and they cannot even produce a single product for the market. This is extremely ironical. Now, this is my approach. I say that if the government can make education extremely cheap, and you finish, and you cannot use your education to identify a problem that you can solve for someone to make money, then that education was basically useless. We understand that this country has a problem. We understand that Africa is blessed with a lot of challenges, guys. But we're not going to sit down and keep looking at the challenges. What do we do in the midst of challenges? The moment you tell yourself that something is not possible, the moment you keep blaming the government, then you shut down your mental mechanism. You can't think. But if you ask yourself, how can I do this? How can I succeed in this thing? Then you open your mental mechanism for opportunities. You open your mental mechanism for thinking. Guys, I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it if you take responsibility for yourself. If you understand that school has its own role in your life, and that there's also a role that you need to play, that you need to be able to apply this your knowledge. I remember when I was doing my master's degree, one of our professors was teaching a topic. Then he taught for like 30 minutes, and in class nobody was getting anything. Nobody was understanding anything. Then I raised up my hand and I asked, Prof, this thing that you're teaching us, how will it help us when we go out? Because it was an engineering school, we're studying to get an engineering degree. How will it help us when we graduate and we're out there in the job market? And do you know what the prof responded? He told me that, well, mon fils, c'est pas tout ce que je vous enseigne qui va vous aider à l'industrie. That means that it's not everything that I teach you that will help you in the industry. That means he couldn't even explain the application of it. And the question is, why are we there? Why are we doing all those things? Guys, take responsibility of yourself. The simplest secret, instead of trying to look for a job, trying to say who will recruit me, start asking yourself, who can I help? To whom can I demonstrate my competence? Who can I bring results to? It's only if you start thinking in this way that you will truly find value. My name is Fabrice Abunde, and I help masters and PhDs do research projects that leads to a successful startup or industry solution. And I also help you convert your knowledge, your academic knowledge, into real-time business and industry solution. So if this video interests you, subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Thank you very much.